From a motorcycle that can almost reach 10 meters in length to a 135,000-ton metal behemoth, there are a bunch of big things, really big things, in and out of this world. Big planes. Big mountains. Big malls. Big poles. Here are some of the biggest. Number 1, the biggest human on Earth. Humankind has always been fascinated by extremes. As a result, the record for the tallest man has been featured in almost every edition of the Guinness World Records book since its inauguration in 1955. When last measured on June 27, 1940, the mild-mannered American Robert Pershing Wadlow stretched a staggering 2.72 meters, 8 feet 11.1 in, tall. Perhaps surprisingly, Robert entered the world no differently from most babies. He was born on February 22, 1918 to two regular-sized parents, weighing an unremarkable 3.85 kilograms, 8.7 pounds. But he rapidly started to shoot up, reaching an incredible 1.63 meters, 5 feet 4 in, by the age of 5, by which time he was already wearing clothes intended for teenagers. Aged 8, he overtook his 5'11" in tall, 180.3 centimeters, tall father, Harold F. Wadlow, and towered over his 4 younger siblings. When most children were still being carried by their parents, Robert was able to lift his father the stairs of their family home. Robert's incredible height caused several medical issues, however, which worsened as he grew older and taller. Yet as a young boy, he tried his hardest to get involved in the same activities his peers were doing. For example, he became a Boy Scout at the age of 13, and had a customized uniform, tent, and sleeping bag. But what caused Robert's extraordinary height? Doctors examined Robert and realized that his exceptional size was caused by hyperplasia of his pituitary gland. This condition causes an abnormally high level of the human growth hormone, and Robert was never given any treatment to stop it. Sadly, it was Robert's legs that caused his premature death, aged just 22 years old. He died at 1:30 a.m. on July 15, 1940 in a hotel in Manistee, Michigan, as a result of a septic blister on his right ankle caused by a brace, which had been poorly fitted only a week earlier. Number 2, the biggest powered aircraft. Powered by no less than 6 massive turbofan engines, the Antonov An-225 Mriya is the world's biggest cargo plane that is currently in operation. With a wingspan of 290 feet and a length of 275 feet, 88 by 84 mount, the Antonov An-225 is a true monster of the skies. This giant plane weighs around 285 tons when empty, and it is officially the world's biggest cargo plane. Nicknamed the Mriya, or in Ukrainian, meaning dream, this enormous plane has been in commercial service since 2001. When debuted in 1988, the An-225 was around 50% bigger than any airliner that had been seen before. The Antonov An-225 was designed and built by the Soviets as a super heavy transporter to replace the aging Myasishchev VMT. It was codenamed Cossack by NATO forces during the Cold War. The plane was originally designed to transport the Energia carrier rocket and the Buran spaceplane, and was, in turn, an enlargement of the already successful and massive Antonov An-124. The An-225 first flew in 1988 and completed a 74-minute flight from Kiev. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Antonov An-225 was grounded for many years. It was later purchased by the Ukrainian company Antonov Airlines, now simply Antonov, who has been used as a transporter of oversized cargo ever since. The Mriya is a fond favorite among aircraft enthusiasts and makes regular appearances at airshows around the world. Number 3, biggest mall in the world. Located about 50 miles north of Hong Kong in Dongguan, China, the New South China Mall is the largest abandoned mall in the world by gross leasable area. Twice the size of the United States Mall of America, it was opened with room for 2,350 stores in 7.1 million square feet of leasable space. No mall in the world can rival New South China in any category, except perhaps the number of tenants. Despite having every amenity a shopper could want, the mall has been 99% vacant since its opening in 2005. Plans to build the New South China Mall were spearheaded by food billionaire Alex Hu Girong. It was to be built in Dongguan, a city of about 10 million people. The project was ambitious. At the time of construction, it was the largest mall in the world with over 9.6 million square feet in total area. The mall was designed with everything, and was constructed anticipating 100,000 visitors a day. Despite being built in the large city of Dongguan, population of 10 million, and next to the larger city of Guangzhou, population of 12 million, the New South China Mall never managed to secure lease agreements with many vendors. Number 4, biggest swimming pool. There are Olympic-sized swimming pools, and then there's the pool at San Alfonso del Mar, a resort outside of Santiago, Chile. The pool is officially the world's largest, and reports say it cost as much as $2 billion to build. It opened to the public in 2006, although it's only accessible to hotel guests. No matter how you look at it, this pool is a total beast. This is one massive pool. It's the size of about 16 football fields. Imagine staying with your friends in one resort and you can barely see your friend from one side to the other. What is crazier? It's next to impossible to swim across the pool. That's why you are provided with kayaks, canoes, and paddle boats. Because of its immense size, it's impossible to fill the pool or maintain it using traditional methods. Instead, it sucks water from the sea beside it using a specially designed filtration system, pumping it out into the pool ready for use. Number 5, biggest infant on Earth. If you think that babies are bigger these days, you may be surprised to know that the biggest baby in history was born in Seville, Ohio back in 1879 and weighed in at a whopping 22 pounds, and was 28 inches long. Of course, the mother was a giantess, towering at 7 feet 11 inches. A whopping 22 pounds. That was the weight of a child born to giantess Anna Bates, née Swan, Canada, b. August 6, 1846, d. August 5, 1888. Giantess Anna Bates, as her name may suggest, was a rather tall woman, 241.3 centimeters, 7 feet 11 in, tall to be exact. Her husband, Martin Van Buren Bates, was born on November 9, 1837 and was reported to reach 7 feet 11 in, although it was probably more likely 7 feet 9 inches. She gave birth to a boy weighing 9.98 kilograms, 22 pounds, and measuring 71.12 centimeters, 28 in, at her home in Seville, Ohio, USA, on January 19, 1879, breaking the record for both heaviest birth and longest baby. The baby, who was not officially named but just referred to as Babe, sadly died just 11 hours later. Number 6, biggest mountain on this planet. If you ask almost anyone to name the highest mountain in the world, their answer will probably be Mount Everest. Mount Everest, located on the border between China and Nepal, has an altitude of 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.69 feet, making it the highest mountain in the world. The altitude of 8,848.86 meters is officially recognized by China and Nepal. Both countries agreed to use the elevation of the mountain's snowcap, rather than a bedrock elevation of 8,844 meters. Climbing Mount Everest is among the most dangerous pursuits in the world, with a fatality rate of 6.5% of climbers who attempt to summit. To date, almost 300 people have died trying to climb the world's highest mountain, and some 4,500 have summited. Nevertheless, its status as the world's highest mountain at 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet, means it will always attract climbers irrespective of the risks involved. Avalanches, cracking ice flows and deadly crevices are just some of the obstacles faced by climbers. The chief impediment, however, is extreme altitude sickness. The death zone is above 8,000 meters. And with the thin atmosphere on the top, helicopter can reach them to assist. Number 7, biggest motorcycle ever built. Motorcycle riders all like to think that their bike is the biggest and worst. Sorry folks, but that title belongs to the Regio designed XXL chopper by Fabio Reggiani. It was shown off at the Motorbike Expo 2012, has now officially been declared the biggest motorcycle in the world by Guinness World Records. This gigantic chopper completed the required ride distance of 100 meters so that it could be certified as the world's largest functioning motorcycle. It measures about 32 feet long and 16 feet high. Its engine is a 5.7 V8 Chevrolet 280 horsepower, coupled to a 3-speed transmission. The Regio designed XXL chopper was made in about 7 months and beat the previous record held by Monster Cycle, built by Gregory Dunham from California. Unfortunately, this motorcycle is impossible to balance on 2 wheels, so they had to add training wheels. Number 8, largest living terrestrial animal. The largest land animal in the world is the African elephant. Animals in the world can be measured by several criteria, such as weight, height, length. The African elephant has an average weight of 8,500 kilograms. The average length of the animal's body, 6.66 meters. An average adult male African bush elephant has an average height of 3.2 meters and a weight of 6 tons. Due to their great size, they have no natural predators, but humans have consistently hunted and poached them for their prized tusks. That is why African elephant species are now endangered and critically endangered. You can red list. Number 9, the largest land vehicle. Taller than the Statue of Liberty and heavier than the Eiffel Tower, Bagger 288 is one of the largest land vehicles on Earth. The German mining machine uses its revolving wheel of buckets as a shovel to continually shift 8.5 million cubic feet of dirt a day. Once it reaches a seam of brown coal, or lignite, it can harvest 265,000 tons of fuel a day. And the crew this behemoth requires? A mere 3 to 4 people. Some decades later, this version was eventually superseded by Bagger 293, which has an increased weight of 142,000 tons, passing on the current record to it. Exactly how big does a land-based vehicle need to be to qualify for the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest in the world? How about 315 feet tall, 740 feet long, and weighing over 31 million pounds? The Bagger 293 is a giant bucket wheel excavator built in Germany in 1995. It requires a crew of 5 to operate and can move over 8.5 million cubic feet of earth per day. To put that in perspective, that is the equivalent of digging a hole the length of a football field and over 80 feet deep in a day. Number 10. Largest tree stump ever known. An often shared and replicated post claims the Devil's Tower rock formation in Wyoming was an ancient, giant tree. Devil's Tower resembles a tree stump. It is a high-rise formation with grooves that appear like tree bark. Its flat top also looks like a tree that has been cut down. The bottom of the formation also is similar to an above-ground root system. The geological evidence is clear: Devil's Tower is a rock structure and was not a giant tree. But debunking the giant tree theory does not make Devil's Tower any less enthralling. It is a unique and magnificent structure, and we encourage everyone to see it and explore it in person. That's the end of the list. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe for new content like this. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.